Hi, I'm Captain Monte with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. This week, when the winds have been light and when we have a slow incoming or slow outgoing tide, we've been working the inside of the north and the south jetty using live shrimp, putting the weight right on top of the hook, 2 to 3 ounce weight, and dropping it straight to bottom in about 17 to 20 foot of water. And there have been good redfish all on the inside of these jetties right now. If you get some nice weather where the waves ain't too big, we've been running to the outside. The north and the south end of the jetty has been holding redfish. There have been triple tail. There have been Spanish mackerel. The Spanish mackerel have been just tying a spoon on with the wire leader. They have been in here pretty thick right now. The jack crevalles are also at the end of the jetties and on the inside. So right now there's a lot of activity coming on the outside and on the inside of the jetties. On them real good calm days, we've still been hitting the surf. But I've been going out there when it's less than 1 footers, getting over here in this third or second gut with live croaker. There have been a lot of good trout still working this shoreline all the way down to Cedar Bayou. Get down by Cedar Bayou, the redfish have been down there, the trout have been down there, there's been sharks down there, so there's a lot of activity along this beach. If you're going to fish the surf, just be real careful. Try not to anchor up on the bar. Make sure your anchor is in the gut, and then throw into that white water, and there's been good trout all along the beach right now. There's also tarpon. If you get out past these jetties out here with some live mullet, and you can either free line them or you can put them under a balloon. The tarpon have been rolling through here, so there's a lot of activity going on right now around this jetty. Those of you that don't really want to go out to the jetties, we've still been getting fish over here by Fina Docks. There have been good numbers of speckled trout. There have been a lot of sand trout through here. We've also been picking up a few reds through here along this edge. Just be careful of the barges. They've been hauling granite rock over to the jetties, so they're constantly moving in and out of there. This outside of Harbor Island right here, on a slow incoming or outgoing tide, there's structure all on this outside here in about 25 foot of water. Same deal, been putting a weight right on top of the hook, a 3 ounce weight, dropping live shrimp down. We've been getting redfish through here. We've been getting speckled trout through here. A lot of sand trout through here, but still a lot of good fish. Over here on the other side of the boat ramp next to these houses, we've been also catching redfish. There have been black drum right through here. Just can't tie up to the docks over here, but if you got a trolling motor, work this edge. Been a lot of good fish all around Port A still. It's getting that time of the year. These redfish are starting to school up to make their migration out. So right now it's a good time to be hitting Moore's Cummins Cut, especially on a tide that's going out. Them redfish have been hanging off all on these edges right now. We've been using cut menhaden. We've been using cut mullet. We've been using cut ladyfish. There've been a lot of good redfish running Moore's Cummins right now. Just let the tides be rolling. So that's the main thing with this Moore's Cummins Cut right now is the tide's going out. Get on the edge, work them baits on the edges, and there've been a lot of good redfish starting to school up. Back here in South Bay, back in this back little creek, them fish have been coming out, especially on the outgoing tide, and they've been falling into this deeper water right here in South Bay. So a lot of good redfish being caught all in here. You can use live shrimp under a popping cork. You can use your favorite cut bait. A lot of good fish have been working this area all through here. There's also a bunch of little cuts going into these back of the lighthouse lakes. I've been posting up through here on an outgoing tide using cut bait and been getting my limits right through here. If you don't get them, just move down. You know, them fish are still in the shallower water. So those of you with those shallow water boats, you can run back here in this back little part of Lighthouse Lakes and start looking for them schools of redfish. You'll see them tails. You'll see them working. When you do, just put your power pole down and get to fishing. If you're looking for the black drum, then black drum has still been over here in sailboat. With those, I've just been using just a lead head with some dead shrimp or live shrimp. Running my trolling motor real slow along this edge. And when I see that dirty water or them fish up on top, then I'll try to power pole down, try not to spook them. And you might catch 4 or 5 at a time, and then they're going to kind of go down and you're going to lose them. Don't get discouraged. Just work this edge. You're gonna stumble upon them, you know, sooner or later. Especially if the sun is out, really where you can see the water clarity. That's when you're going to really be able to see these fish. Back here, coming into this back little cut through here, there have been redfish through here. There have been black drum through here. On an outgoing tide, right here, posting up, coming out of Brown Root Flats, come back here all the way to the back in this back hole, using my favorite cut bait, and we've been getting good redfish all through here and back here in Brown Root Flats right now. Those of you that want to do something different, we're still catching trout at these gas wells out here in Corpus Christi Bay. The redfish, the bull reds are starting to come in. The black drum have been out here, but primarily it's been speckled trout on live shrimp. Free lining, you can run them under a cork with a long leader. Just bump around until you find them, but these gas wells are still holding speckled trout out here, mixed in with oversized redfish and black drum. When I get my trout, I've been running back through on the backside of Portland, coming in around the Ingleside, and working these docks over here by Old Reynolds and Chenier and Oxy. Been catching mangrove snapper through here on live shrimp. I've been catching black drum. There's also been a few good reds being caught all on these little docks here by Ingleside. So if you want to try something different, I suggest you have some live shrimp. Go get your trout in the morning when the wind picks up. Get over here on these rock piles over here in Ingleside. There have been good mangrove snapper being caught through here. And then when you get done, well, then you make that full circle back around. But there's a lot of good fish moving around. Everything's starting to school up. Been having some nice cool weather. So go enjoy the afternoon and see y'all on the water. Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Monte.